Okay, this is my second hydroxy gas video. First one was pretty good. That was kind of crude though. I've still got my plates, my stainless steel electrical outlet plates. They were just blank covers. I drilled holes in them, mounted them together with nylon screws and washers. The washers do the spacing. I've got it turned on in the new Tupperware container now. I guess you can see that. Seems to be doing good. I wasn't pleased with the gas production at first. I was only drawing about, what was it, 0.08 amps, which wasn't very much compared to the burst video where I was drawing 1.34. That was in a different container, different setup. Same plates though. I added 2 plates the other day to make an 8 plate, but I wasn't happy with that at all. It just it seemed to decrease the gas production instead of increasing it. So I took the 2 plate number 7 and 8 back off, went with a 6 plate configuration where I get 2 volts drop per plate for a total of 12 volts. Of course today I'm running 24 volts. I've got 2 12-volt batteries. They're series together. Instead of 24 volts exactly, it's about 26.2 or something. I could measure it, but I've already measured it. Now what I did, when I first turned this on, everything was cold. The water was cold, which makes a big difference, about 50 degrees or so. It's just been in the building overnight. What I did was contaminate this. I took some baking soda, acting as an electrolyte. I mixed it in this pill bottle here with a little bit of distilled water. I took this big old hypodermic needle and drew some out, just like this. I drew about 2 cc's of electrolyte, I guess you'll call it, we were going to call it, and just very carefully injected that into the distilled water that's in the solar cell, the hydrogen cell tank. That was pure distilled water. Didn't seem to work too good to begin with, but as I started injecting with this needle into the tank itself, I watched the ammeter go from 0.08 up to right now 1.18, which is, I don't know how many times current draw. But you can see the gas production did pick up pretty well compared to what it was. I don't like to use a contaminant like baking soda as an electrolyte, but I didn't have much choice. I did buy some new distilled water yesterday. I wasn't real happy with it. It was probably too pure for what I'm needing here. And I'm still not real pleased with the gas production. That's not enough to make a mini hydroxy torch. That's what I'm shooting for. Now I've got lots of bubbles. I'm not going to ignite anything today because I'm enclosed. There's probably not enough bubbles to really ignite. I'm not going to fool with that. These contacts that I have added on to the fuel cell plates themselves were for power connections. I had them in another glass jar with a round lid and a spout out of the top of that for the hose. I was real disappointed that I didn't get any pressure at all on that, so I'm going back to the smaller Tupperware container, and I'm going to have to modify these input straps, I guess you'd call them. Those are stainless steel straps off of hose clamps. Everything in here has to be stainless steel or plastic. So I'll probably end up bending those down so they'll meet flush with the top of this tank, this new Tupperware thing, and then put the lid. Let's see if I got the lid. It's right here. This lid will eventually go on top of this with a spout out, a nipple for a hose, aquarium hose, so I can capture the gas, run it through a bubbler, and then we can see how much we're getting and see if we're making any progress on that. That's the idea. uh, the plan. But anyway, let's put this back up over here. And I'm still just not pleased. I'm just not getting the gas production that I was getting with my cut off gallon water jug. Of course, I had different water. It was a different brand of still water, and that makes all the difference in the world. I found that out when I was making colloidal silver. I finally had to give up on colloidal silver because I could not find any decent distilled water that it would work to make the colloidal silver. But just like before, this is the same setup as the first video. I'm not getting near the gas production. And before I end the video, I am going to take this giant hypodermic needle and inject just a few more drops of baking soda electrolyte solution down in there. We're looking at 1.20 amperes. Have to be careful with this. I'm going to shoot just a few drops in there. See if it makes a difference like it did before. It sure did before. Okay, we're up to 1.32 now, 33, 34. See it going crazy? That's because that electrolyte's getting down between those plates. If it gets over about 2 amps, I'm in trouble, because it will melt down my alligator leads and all my wiring. That's happened yesterday morning, and I'm not going to show you those on video, but I probably will show them to you in person, because it was a scary thing. You can tell that just by adding those few drops of electrolyte into the distilled water tank that it did increase the gas production. We went from what, 1.2, 1.47 amps on drawing now. You can see that the production's gone up. I'm still not happy with it. It's just small, tiny bubbles. That's not what I want. I want big bubbles like I had on the first video. But anyway, that's about it. That's the tank, the new tank. That's the plate. It's completely submerged. There's 6 of those. And that's about it. I don't dare put any more of the electrolyte solution down in the tank, in fear that this will run wild and I'll have a major meltdown like I did yesterday. So we'll let it sit here and bubble a little bit, and I'm checking the temperature on it too. I've got this non-contact thermometer. A few minutes ago the solution tank was 53 degrees. Now it's up to 59.2 degrees. That's what happens. That water gets hot as that electricity's going through it, and it will get warmer and warmer. I haven't seen it get real hot yet because I haven't ran it long enough. But like before, 2 12-volt batteries series together for a total of a little bit more than 24 volts, probably 26 volts. Negative terminal going to the negative plates, positive terminal going to the positive plates. Current ammeter showing current draw of 1.48. So far so good. About a 6-degree temperature change in the water in about a 15-minute period. So one more look at the hydroxy production. I'm not happy with that at all. Back to the drawing board. End of video.